Dale McDowell and Shane McDowell Racing have responded to the disqualification they received from the Southern All-Star Dirt Series after winning the race at North Georgia Speedway on Saturday night and taking home the $10,000 check. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. As you can see in this post from Jason Garman, they awarded Dow the victory in victory lane. There he is, holding the check. I assume that is with his family and his team. They gave him the check. It looked like he had cleared everything, did the droop check, went through the scales, looked like he was the winner. Well, they issued a statement earlier this afternoon. Southern All-Star Dirt Racing Series did, and this is what they posted on Facebook. It says, Ray Cook is the winner of last night's Bill and Frank Ingram Memorial at North Georgia Speedway. Tire rule infraction from Dale McDowell disqualified him, handing the win to Cook pending tire test. The rule infraction was over the limit of tires allowed for the event. The series allows 6 tires to be used per event. Officials mark 4 tires pre-qualifying with an allowance of 2 unmarked tires to be used for the feature event. This was announced during drivers' meeting and has been a rule for over 2 years now. Officials did check prior to feature in which our official asked about the tires. In this instance, a communication error may have occurred. Feature was ran, and again, the officials see 3 unmarked tires on the car. This resulted in a disqualification. We don't believe this was done intentionally by Shane McDowell Racing, but we have to stand by our rules when all other participants in the event abided by the rules. So that is their announcement disqualifying Dale McDowell and Shane McDowell Racing. Well, Dale McDowell and Shane McDowell Racing have issued a response, and they did it about 2 hours after the Southern All-Star Dirt Series Racing did. And this is what they posted. Last night, after a lot of debate and uncertainty, we've been officially disqualified. Before the feature, we went through tire tech. The official asked Dale if we flipped tires. Dale couldn't understand what he was saying, so the official asked Dale if we changed tires, and Dale said yes. The official didn't ask which ones or how many or any other issues. The official radioed to the tower, and he cleared Dale to roll to the track. After the race, they scaled us, checked droop, and rolled us to the front stretch. While on the front stretch, they checked our tires again and said we were only allowed to change 2 tires. The tire rule on their website isn't accurate, so don't read that. They post a bulletin on their Facebook page only 2 to 3 days prior to the event, which is inadequate. But anyway, so while discussing on the front stretch about their rules, they then pull us to the infield victory lane and do pictures, which we just showed you that was the case. They did the pictures. You see them holding the check. They come to our truck to do the tire test. One official begins the tire test while the other official is talking to Shane about what tires we changed. They understood our explanation and how we were misconstrued and explained that you count the 4 from earlier in the night and really can only change 2 tires. However, regardless of the rule, they admitted that their officials made a mistake in pre-race tire tech and they couldn't DQ us because their officials dropped the ball. He's quoting them there. And if they had caught it in tire tech, they would have made us change it, and we could have raced with no further issues. Then, 20 to 30 minutes later, the officials show back up and declare us DQ'd because of the 7 tires. Man, it sounds like they should have loaded up a little bit sooner, right? 20 to 30 minutes, get that car loaded up, and let's go. They informed us this same situation happened to Weiss, I assume that's Ricky Weiss, last year, and they let him change it because it was caught in pre-race tire tech. However, their failure to properly tech pre-race tires resulted in us being cleared legal to race. After running the whole race, then they determined that they didn't catch it and we were in the wrong. Well, it sounds like they let Dale McDowell run the whole race, won the race, got his check in victory lane, took all the pictures, moved his car back to the trailer, said everything was good. Then they have the other guy come in and do another tire check, and that's when they decided to DQ him. So it sounds like he went through multiple tech issues, maybe 2 at least, that said he was A-okay. It was their fault. They dropped the ball, and then at the 3rd time is when they decided to DQ him. So anyway, Shane McDowell Racing goes on and says, They were totally unclear how to make this call. They changed their minds 3 times on what they were going to do. How can the pre-race tire tech give us the okay to race and then realize they made a mistake and DQ us after the race? We're the ones taking the hit, not the officials that failed to have the knowledge on how to tech their own rule. What's the purpose of pre-race tire tech if you're not doing it right or don't know what you're doing? So how do they justify their mistake to us, you ask? Basically, it's okay for them to make a mistake, but we should know the rules better than they know how to tech. Happy Sunday, y'all. So I'm a little conflicted on this. Obviously, it does indeed sound like Shane McDowell Racing and Dale McDowell did indeed violate the rule, but it does seem like that rule was not communicated properly to them or to the teams. Does sound like they might be the only ones who have done so. It's unclear. I assume they didn't tire tech all the other guys afterwards. Check them. Because if they missed Dale McDowell in pre-race tire tech, how many other people did they miss in pre-race tire tech, right? Was it just Dale McDowell? So I don't know. It sounds like it was, according to the post here from Southern All-Star Dirt Racing Series. They're saying it was seemingly just Shane McDowell Racing and Dale McDowell, but did they go and tire check everyone else 20 to 30 minutes after the race? Did they tire check Ray Cook? Or are they just assuming that he was good pre-race? I think there's still a lot of questions up in the air here about this. But it does sound like they did break the rules. And I think you have to, I don't know, man. You've already declared the winner. You had him go through the scales. You had him do all of this other stuff. I don't know. I feel you made a mistake, you missed it, and I think that's what you got to go with. I think you can say, hey, we made a mistake here, we missed it, but Dale McDowell won. But moving forward, this is the rule, and this is how we're going to enforce it, and this is what it should be. I think maybe that's the way you need to go. I think that's kind of how I thought about it with Denny Hamlin and the jump start at NASCAR. I think NASCAR should have said, hey, we got it wrong. But this is the rule, and we're going to enforce it this way moving forward. Because yes, indeed, he did jump the start, and we got it wrong. But they had some ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous reasoning, and it sounds very similar to what's going on here, right? I think it'd be a much better response to be like, hey, Dale McDowell won the race. We did notice post-race that he violated our tire rule, but we already took him through all the scales. Our techs missed it. He is the winner for this race. We're going to keep him as the winner for this race. But moving forward, he now knows what the rules are. These are what the rules are. And we will ensure that our techs are more properly trained, better equipped to check the tires and know what their tire rule is. I think that is the proper response here. I think Southern All-Star Series Dirt Racing or Southern All-Star Dirt Racing Series, I think that would have been the proper response there. It does look like they did Dale McDowell and Shane McDowell Racing a little dirty here. And I'm definitely sympathetic towards the team and the driver over the series in this case, especially since it does look like it was the series and their officials that made the mistake. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think that I'm completely wrong and that Dale McDowell and Shane McDowell Racing should have been disqualified and Ray Cook should indeed get the win because he did violate the tire rule despite the techs clearing him at multiple stages throughout the event, both before and after? Or do you agree with me, or do you have a completely different opinion? Let me know in the comments below.